Welcome once again to another inspirational moment with Fola. My name is Fola Ladipo on Vanguard Live, and I have here with me in the studio Folayemi Salu, the senior partner of FlexEdge. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, today we'll be talking about gratitude. What is gratitude? How do we show gratitude? Whom do we show gratitude to? Whom do we show gratitude to? What is gratitude? Gratitude means appreciation. Gratitude is to be thankful, giving thanks, be full of thanksgiving. And who are the people that we show our appreciation to? Anybody around us, people around us. We focus on our God, our Maker, we appreciate Him for a gift of life. And not just limited to God alone. We show gratitude to people around us, to our immediate family, in our workplace, the people we work with, our friends, relatives, loved ones, anyone that has extended one good or the other to us at one particular time or the other. We show gratitude to them. Gratitude could be as a form of healing to someone. You may not really know what's good you do to a life by showing a little appreciation for the little good they do. Sometimes they don't even need to do good. They don't even need to do anything, before you appreciate them for who they are. People feel so good about themselves when they see somebody appreciate them for who they are. There are people that they feel empty when you don't show them love, by appreciating who they are. It creates a kind of a vacuum in people when they don't see people around them that, they appreciate them for who they are. Gratitude, showing to people or extending gratitude to people sometimes, causes such impact that it motivates them to even do more than they want to do, So I began to wonder, sometimes we focus on the little in our lives. We tend to take our attention, our focus away from the bigger picture, from the bigger things that God has, done for us. And that reminds me of a story that I read some times ago about a lecturer that came into the classroom. He announced to the student an impromptu test, and he distributed out the scripts to them face down. When it was time to start, he asked them to open the script and start the exam. And they started, and they were surprised at what they saw. It was a plain white sheet of paper with a black dot on it. And they were wondering, how do they assess this kind of, question? There was no word written. But they actually went ahead and they did all they could, did justice to it, analyze what they could analyze about the black dot. When the teacher came back into the class, collected the script, and he looked and he drew their attention to it, and he said, everybody wrote about the black dots, leaving out the white, the wide white space.
Wow.
And it only says one thing, that our focus all the time is on the things that are not working, the difficult things, the things that we are not achieving. And that is, I would appreciate you coming in on this. I would appreciate you coming in on this. Why is it that in life we tend to focus on the things that are not working more? When we have a situation that is not pleasant, we tend to focus on it, leaving out that aspect that is not working. What would you have to say to that, Folayemi?
Okay, for me, I feel that gratitude is a mindset. It's a mindset of appreciation, and sometimes it has to be you have to actually focus on the fact that you need to be grateful. Okay, the little things, the little negative things that happen to us, sometimes we magnify them so much that we are blinded to the fact that there are other things around us that has been put and placed in our lives to make us happy. I look at gratitude from two perspectives. I look at gratitude from the self, being grateful for life, being grateful for those things that you have, being appreciative of those things that God has given to you. And then I look at it again from another angle of looking at gratitude through the eyes of the sources that
the good
God,
things came
yes,
into
that
our
God
lives.
has used, because God will not come down. God is going to use circumstances to bless you. He's going to use challenges to bless you.
Okay.
He's going to use people around you to bless you.
Yeah,
He's going to use situations to bless you.
Definitely.
So being grateful is actually looking beyond your problem. Looking beyond where you are at that particular point and then looking at your surroundings. Because if you do not look at the good things that surround you, you will drown under the weight.
That is the word. You will drown under the weight of the things that are not working, or the problems that you find yourself in. So
you need to be aware. It has to be deliberate. You looking around you and just seeing the things that God has blessed you with.
And you know what you just said just reminded me of a particular song that we do sing. This hymn, Count Your Blessings, Name Them One by One. And I looked at that song, and the word in that lyric, count your blessing, name them one by one. In other words, you need to sit down, enumerate in numbers the good things, that is the blessings. And it is only when you can sit down and enumerate the good things that you have experienced, you may not be able to know how to appreciate. Because if you don't know how to think deep, ponder on the good things that you have, you may not be able to show appreciation for the blessings of God in your life part time, or even for whatever anybody have done for you.
Yeah, because there was a program I watched on TV, and the host was talking about gratitude also, and the host said something. He said, when you feel down and when you feel depressed, take a sheet of paper, write what the problems are, and then begin to list out those things that you feel you should be grateful for. And by the end of your session, you should look at what those problems are and look at those beautiful things that you should be grateful for and see which one comes out more. And most times when you do this exercise, you find out that you're grateful for so many things. But that little setback becomes so big, and we amplify it.
We actually magnify
and
it
then at
in
the
our
end
mind.
of the day, it just blocks your sight from seeing those beautiful things. Yes, you should appreciate you should be grateful for. Sometimes I say be grateful for the weekend. Be grateful for the sunshine.
Exactly.
Be grateful for the air you breathe.
I'm telling you.
Be grateful for the fact that you can smile.
Somebody was. I read a write-up that says a man that was in the hospital. He had a health issue, and he was rushed to the hospital, and they said they had to put him on oxygen, and they mentioned a particular amount of money that he will pay hourly to be on oxygen.
Wow.
And that was when he recanted, and that writer said he sat down and he wondered, all my life, from my birth to age 70, if they will ask me to pay for the oxygen I've used, I can't afford it. So that is enough to be grateful for. And that is what brings us to sitting down and counting, as in enumerating the blessings and the things that we have enjoyed of our life. And talking about who do we appreciate, or do we show appreciation to? I mentioned our workplace.
Yeah.
Some establishments, some bosses, as in employers of labor, they go about, and the impression is their employees should appreciate them because they have created a platform for them to earn a living.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just earning a living. It's like making a life. Making life, as in making it a life for those that are working with, that is your employee. And the only way you can do this is by appreciating them. You are an employer of labor. How do you appreciate your employees?
It's by the little things. Sometimes it's both ways.
Okay.
The employer should be appreciative of his employee, and the employee should be appreciative of his employer, because people make the workplace. If there are no people in the organization, then there's nothing. No employer is going to.
I think you should say that out so that so many employers of labor can hear that.
People
they
in the
know that.
workplace, because
They
if
should
there are
know
no
that.
people, you can't do the job alone. You can't be the cleaner, you can't be the front desk, you can't be the marketer, you can't be the business development person, you can't be the IT person all on your own.
You can't be everything.
Okay, so you need to learn to appreciate people around you. Okay, because when employers are appreciated, when employees are appreciated, there's, it gives them motivation to go to do much more. And appreciating them does not necessarily mean you have to give them money all the time. Appreciation can be in any form. Words of affirmation. Oh, you did well today. Oh, wow,
and that's just
you.
what somebody needs to hear, to motivate them.
Yes.
To motivate them to do better. But let's look at the other side of it. If you don't appreciate, what happens? They can sabotage. No.
An employee might just think, okay, this person does not even deserve
They don't deserve me.
And just call in sick, even when they're not sick.
When they are not sick.
Yeah.
They are just there.
And it's just because some employees get so scared of coming to work because they feel, the office becomes unbearable. But it's just a little thing.
That you do.
That motivates
them.
A smile. A thank you. A thumbs up. You did well today. All those are little things. Openly appreciating the person, amongst other employees. It makes them feel, yes, I've achieved a feat.
Others that appreciation motivates others to want to experience what the one that you appreciated to have experienced.
Even employees should appreciate their employers, because most employers go beyond themselves to ensure that they pay salaries. They give you a platform to showcase yourself. So you should say thank you. You see your boss in the morning and a simple good morning, sir, thank you, sir. It could just go a long way. Yeah, to make that day a wonderful day for your boss. And then going beyond that, parents, appreciate your children. Children, appreciate your parents.
It's vice versa.
Appreciation it goes bottoms up and yes,
top down.
I realized that gratitude is also like a ripple effect. When you're grateful to someone,
it affects every other thing about their lives.
That person, apart from just the person's life, the person goes ahead to do something because he feels good about himself. So he goes ahead to do something to somebody else that makes that person feel good, which goes on and on and on and becomes like a big ripple.
And sometimes your experience helps your attitude. Your experience helps your attitude. It the way someone relates with you, the manner with which they make you feel as a person affects you, and in turn affect the way you relate with the other people. And that's that. I think you have a good point there. As in the effect of gratitude, as in having the ripple effect. It is not just back to the person, it goes ahead and affects the way they relate with other people, the way they assess their relationship with other people.
I even think that be grateful to those that challenge you, because they make a better you.
That's a beautiful one there. Sometimes when you have issues or you have problem with someone, or maybe you are trying to achieve something, you're working on a particular project, and people are trying to frustrate you and it is not working, and you feel so bad, you feel so sad about it, you are like, in fact, you blame everybody. If I would have gotten further than I would have gotten to this level, not for so person at every point in that. But if we look at it very well, probably it was not meant to be. Probably, that is where appreciation comes in. Probably this person that came in, maybe I was not supposed to go that journey, and the person came in and helped altered my path in the way that I am actually reaping something great today. You understand? So
it could also go the other direction, because if the person challenges you, the person makes you a better person.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, some of the things that you think that ordinarily you couldn't do, this person pushes you so far, and at the end of the day, you become better than you used to be. You may not be, when you now look back at where you're headed, you see that you've moved so much farther from where you used to be. So you need to appreciate challenges. Because when challenges come and you take it heads on, you fight it heads on, then it makes you better. You know that song that says, what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Make you stronger and make you better.
Even though sometimes I think that I'd rather not have things that will kill me. But really, sometimes when you fight it head on, it makes you better. Yes, than who you were, and then takes you a step further to where you need to be.
Yeah. You know, I there's this. Well, I don't know if you read about the story. Yeah, I don't know if you read about the story of a boy, a young undergraduate medical student, that the girlfriend, he failed, and the girlfriend, you know, kind of like condemned him, you know, blamed him for the failure, and he ended up committing suicide.
Well, I feel he didn't
in
see
a relationship.
the
I think it has to do with appreciation. Some people, there are some people that they look up to another. They just want that. They just want that authentication from them. They just want to hear you are doing it right. There are people naturally that are like that. They look up to someone to like tell them what you are doing is right. What you're doing, they need somebody to keep, you know, praising them. You know, telling them that word that look, even if they are. That's why as parents sometimes, when our children are not even doing well as we would want them to, still appreciate them. You're
appreciate
doing
the
well.
Efforts.
That is the word. You're doing well, but you could do better, and this will help them to improve. And that brings us to what point I would say sometimes attitude, our attitude of gratitude determine what level, that is the altitude, how far we can go in life is very, very important.
First of all, I feel that we should also learn to be grateful for oneself, because the person that killed himself, committed suicide because somebody did not appreciate him, didn't appreciate his life
himself first.
If he appreciated the fact that he had a life, okay, that person wouldn't have just snuffed out life out of himself because somebody did not appreciate you. So it starts with self-love and self-appreciation, and then it goes, because if you can't appreciate yourself and you don't love yourself enough to say thank you to yourself, then you can't appreciate other people.
Sweetheart, at this point I want to call a break, and we'll come back in the next few seconds. Thank you very much. Welcome to another moment of my inspirational moment with Fola. As we were saying before, now I want us to talk about gratitude in relationship, appreciating each other in a relationship. Many marriages are broken. I would say that marriage will not end up in divorce if only we could appreciate, the couple could appreciate each other. Because I always wonder, there was something you saw in each other that first time that made you say, look, I do, and I'm ready to take this journey. I'm ready to take this journey as far as it could take us, even till death do us part. Haven't you heard or seen so many situations where you begin to ask questions? How did they get to that point? What happened?
Okay. In marriages, there are two people from two different backgrounds coming together with different love languages, and expressing gratitude to each other goes a long way. Now, the first thing is, how do I like to be shown gratitude? And how do you like to be shown gratitude?
It's important.
Yes, so what's my love language? And what's my spouse's love language? So if my love language is words of affirmation, I love people to tell me, oh, you're thank you, you're doing well, and my spouse's love language is, affection, touch. Yes. I need to be able to show him appreciation. Yes, in the way
he understands.
Yes. More. So in relationship, first of all, when you get to know each other, know each other's love languages, so that when you want to show gratitude to that person, you are able to touch them in the spot where it will really matter. So if your wife loves to be told, oh, you're doing great, if she loves all she just needs,
don't keep it away.
Don't keep it.
Just let her know.
Yeah, and when you learn to appreciate what your spouse does, okay, in marriages, the little things that you think don't matter. For example, I tell people that it looks small to people, but my husband takes me to the market and sits with me and waits. To me, sometimes when I get upset with him, and I remember some of the things that he does, those little things that he does, that makes a difference. I'm like, so what's this thing that he has done compared to all those things? I can always forgive. So when you appreciate what your spouse does, okay, when you we said count your blessings and name them one by one. And then when you begin to look at, what this man does or this woman does X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D.
When you consider those,
and then
those
that little
thing
thing he has done and you are upset, it wouldn't really matter anymore. And then it makes it easier for you to forgive. Okay? So in marriages, we need to show gratitude to one another. Yes, when we show gratitude, sometimes you need to be thankful to your spouse for those things that are minute. Those things that, and when you say thank you, they feel better about it. And they want to do more. So sometimes when I'm even telling my husband, okay, don't worry, I can take Taxify, or he says, no, don't worry, I'll do it. Because by the time he takes me to the market and I'm like, sweetheart, thank you so much. You're such. I don't think any other husband could do this for their wife.
That's enough.
He makes him happy.
But saying sorry, being apologetic in a relationship is another way of, because if I don't appreciate you, I won't be sorry for whatever I do to hurt you. It's important.
That's important.
Now I want us to, before we round off, I want us to talk about appreciating what we have, our country. Our people.
I know a lot of people.
Nigeria.
I know a lot of people will turn their backs right now at the mention of Nigeria.
Appreciating Nigeria.
Yeah.
I always say it when I hear people say Nigeria is terrible now. I say, look, Nigeria is good. I had a choice sometimes to travel and settle down abroad, but I always ask myself, I will not wake up and I will not, like, I have a friend, I will just drive to my friend, from my house to drive to Oroshoki to go and sit with her the whole day if I don't have anywhere to go. So if I'm outside the country, I won't be able to drive down to go. I can't see myself living outside Nigeria. I always say that Nigeria is, this saying that Nigeria is a land of opportunity, it is not a lie. It is the truth. It is the reality, the fact. It's a land of opportunity.
Have we ever asked ourselves why a lot of investors trooping to Nigeria.
To Nigeria.
Have we ever asked ourselves that source that keeps them coming? One, it is the people. Two, it is the fact that we have the population that aids
as the human resources.
Yes, the resources that aids us to becoming big. And I always tell people it could have been worse. It can, we talk about safety. There are some other countries that you can't even walk on a young girl cannot walk on the street.
You want to talk about a country like India.
For the fear of being raped and all of that.
Or being or molested.
We want to talk about, and sometimes I feel that people have they have this attitude of the country has to do for me. What are you doing
for your country?
Yes. What is that little thing that you're doing to even appreciate the country? The fact that you don't litter the floor from your car
is showing appreciation.
The fact that you help you do not vandalize government property.
It's showing appreciation. So because if you appreciate what the government have put in place, you will not destroy it.
Nigeria is not good, but people are still trooping.
They are trooping into Nigeria.
Okay. So the weather is wonderful.
Oh, beautiful weather.
Some people look for the kind of weathers that we have.
The
natural resources.
I was talking with a friend that is in Canada, and he was like, the heat here is too much. The heat is terrible. In fact, that you have to take his bath 5 times, and given the fact that they are still in lockdown, so I had to take my bath 5 times in a day. And he was like, how is Nigeria? I said, oh, cool. I just said, cool. The rain is just okay. In Nigeria, we don't have anything like, in fact, let's just be grateful to God. The weather is just okay.
We may not be where...
The people may... we have variety of humans in Nigeria. We have diverse of culture. We have resources, natural resources.
Yeah.
The day I sat down and I discovered that when they mentioned that resources existed in Nigeria, some precious stones, topaz, I'm like, in Nigeria? They say, yes, in Nigeria. I said, wow, Nigeria is so blessed. And Nigeria is where you can sleep a pauper and wake up the following morning. Things have turned around because you see you can do things and you get good results. Legitimate business. Because the human resources is there to drive the economy. So I would say to our viewers out there, look around you, appreciate this country. We don't have any other country but Nigeria. If we all run away from Nigeria, who is going to make it great? Nigeria, we say, is a great country, is a great one. It's not being great in saying alone, but in our attitude, the way we look and assess our country, Nigeria. Let's be grateful for what God has given to us. I'm grateful that God has created me on this soil, Nigeria. I'm happy I'm in Nigeria, and I'm proud I'm in Nigeria. Nigerians are excelling out there. And like my sister rightly said, it could have been worse. But we thank God where we are today. Nigeria will be better if we can change our attitude to gratitude. And that will take us to that height, that altitude we've always desired. Thank you very much. Thank you, Folayemi, for being here with me. It's been quite a moment. I really appreciate
every bit of it.
And till we come again next time, this is Fola Ladipo on Inspirational Moments. Thank you.